Hey everybody, welcome to CostumeTrek.
I'm Nola.
And I'm Brian.
And we're here in wet, windy Wellington, New Zealand.
For the World of Wearable Arts Competition.
Also known as WOW. So I've been seeing these wonderful costumes, wearable art, fashion, all over the internet for quite a few years now. And I didn't know until, I guess it was about this time last year, that all of these images were from the same place.
All of a sudden, Nola's like showing me pictures from this contest. And I'm like, that's it. That's where we need to go. That's where we need to take this costume.
They were all from the World of WearableArt Competition in Wellington, New Zealand.
This is the level I've really wanted to compete at. This is the level where we belong competing at. And this is the level I think all cosplayers should get up to. It's all original work. It's all this wild, fantastical stuff that is what we do. Because we are freaking insane. I think it's just, it was our time to level up.
The work that I do is, I think, more wearable art than really anything else. No matter how many times I tell myself, I'm not gonna try something new for a competition piece because that's stupid, I can't help it. I always end up finding new things and new ideas and seeing new techniques, and I'm like, well, I have to incorporate this into this now. Once I heard about the World of Wearable Art and decided I wanted to enter, the tough choice was, well, what do I want to enter?
We had this corset and the headdress that we'd been humming and hawing with for like years.
I'd never worn it anywhere. I still haven't worn it anywhere, much to my chagrin.
So we never really found a place or a direction that we wanted this costume to go.
We decided, well, what would make this whole thing stand out? And we landed on wings.
So my primary responsibility was the wings and getting them to work.
It affirms to me that my art is not just playing around, that it is something that's worthy of being seen by a lot of people. Just getting into this competition at all is a really big deal. I mean, I don't really expect that this is going to turn into a job, or that somebody's going to be like, hey, we're from What a Workshop, you should move to New Zealand. I mean, granted, if they did say we're from What a Workshop and we want to move to New Zealand, I'd be on the plane, I'd stay, whatever.
I may have to wear adult diapers because I think the first time I see our costume on stage, I'm gonna shit my pants.
I am really looking forward to that moment.
You're handing this costume off to people that have never seen it before. You have to be able to make it so that someone else can put it on a third person that you don't know their size.
I trust that their costume shop crew know how to put things together and that there won't be any problems, that everything will work right.
It's going to be very interesting seeing how it's on stage, what part of the show it is in. Is it at the beginning of the show? Is it at the end of the show? I mean, it is a physically large costume.
I just expect to go and have a good time and meet some really good people. I don't even expect to win anything. I don't expect to place. This is my first time entering.
And it moves. So it's not like you can just walk out there and it takes up this certain space. To show the costume off, it has to move and takes up even more space.
I'm just excited. Yeah, I hope to be blown away by what I see. I really hope so.
So, here we are.
We just watched the preview.
We just watched the preview show.
And
it was interesting.
Our wings didn't light up.
The wings didn't light up.
They went up and down, but they didn't light up.
And the shield was not lit either.
I mean, the shield could be something as simple as they forgot to flick the switch before they went on stage, but the wings, that's a whole nother thing, because that was totally set up so that as soon as you plugged them in, boom, they were on. They did bring Grendel's mother out first to center stage, and when she came out and popped the wings up, she did look good.
Got a lot of applause.
She got a lot of good positive audience reaction, and every time she went to a new station, when she popped the wings up and down, she got applause.
But I don't know why she wasn't lit, and I'm freaking the fuck out.
You're freaking, I'm freaking out, because that's my thing. That was me. That was all me. And I'm just like, what the hell happened? Because people are paying to see the show, and they're not seeing our costume doing its entire thing.
Tomorrow we're gonna go and see if they'll let us take a look at it and turn it on, figure out how to turn it on. And if they don't, I will be really upset.
Yeah, that'll kind of tick me off.
I can't imagine them not letting us look at our entry.
Yeah.
So designer day was a little hectic because we were trying to, do the designer day thing and also see if we can get to see our costume to fix it or take a look at it, at least make sure it was working right.
As soon as we got to designer day, I found someone and I was like, hey, our costume's not working right. What can we do? And
there was a flurry of phone calls.
Word got back to the right people who called me a little while later.
And we were assured by their crew that the fiber optic fabric was lighting up.
It was just that they're so dim because fiber optic fabric is simply not that bright, that the stage lights blew them out and you really couldn't see that it was lit up.
And there really wasn't a whole lot they could do with the lighting.
With 100 costumes going on stage, they just weren't able to do that.
And in the official pictures, if you zoom in really, really close, you can tell that there's little blue dots at the bottom of some of the places where the fabric is doubled over, and that's it.
I wasn't going to do next year's competition just because of time and money.
It's a serious financial commitment to do the competition.
And then they announced that one of the categories is Elizabethan, which is kind of my specialty.
We learned a ton going down there and actually seeing the process of the garments on stage and seeing how they dealt with them there, because that totally changed our plans for next year.
We completely threw out our old idea and came up with a completely different concept.
A lot of what we were going to do, detailing and mechanical things and that, are just out now because you just don't have enough time on stage. WOW is a really cool experience. I think everybody needs to, at some point in their costuming or garment creating wearable art career, submit and try to get down there.
I think that they are incredibly nice people, and they definitely have taken the concept of wearable art up several notches.
Wellington is this great city, and they just throw open the red carpet for you. Everywhere you go, there's WOW related stuff. So even just the random people we would run into down there, it's they had all heard of WOW. A lot of the people were going to WOW, and even a few of the people knew other people that were in the competition itself.
I was disappointed that I didn't win anything, obviously, but at the same time, this was our first time entering, and we learned a ton of things about the competition and how it works and what they're looking for. So I think that next year we would do a lot better, assuming we can get it done in time, but we'll see how that goes.
We've really enjoyed our time here at the World of WearableArt Competition in Wellington, New Zealand, and we hope you've enjoyed following us on our adventure getting here.
If you want to stay informed and find out what we're going to be doing next year for the WOW competition, subscribe and ring that bell.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.